Oh my gosh, how excited are you for this? I'm pumped.
I'm very excited because the last trailer was just bonkers. It was like the craziest thing. So I'm super pumped to see this one now, having context for everything after going through the whole book with the Reading Dune podcast. Like there's like so much more now, like so much more like expectation.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, are you ready? All right, here we go. Dune reaction video to the second trailer.
My planet Arrakis is so beautiful when the sun is low. Rolling over the sands, you can see spice in the air. The outsiders ravage our lands in front of our eyes. Their cruelty to my people is all I've known. What's to become of our world? Paul.
A boy.
Hey, Duncan, can I trust you with something?
Yes, always. You know that.
I've been having dreams about a girl on Arrakis. I don't know what it means.
Dreams make good stories. But everything important happens when we're awake. Look at you. Put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
We are House Atreides. There is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Smile, Gurney.
I am smiling.
The Emperor asks us to bring peace to Arrakis. House Atreides accepts.
I know you. There's something awakening in my mind.
You need to face your fears.
Come with me. Amos.
You need to be ready. You've never met Harkonnens before. They're not human, they're brutal.
The Duke's son sees too much.
Fighter.
Kill them all.
God in heaven.
Get everything with guns off the ground. Go!
This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one.
Let's fight like demons.
Dad, what if I'm not the future of House Atreides?
A great man doesn't seek to lead. He's called to it. But if your answer is no, you'll still be the only thing I ever needed you to be. My son. If anything happens, will you protect Paul?
With my life.
Only together can we stand a chance.
What?
You have blue eyes? Bro.
What just happened? What was that suit? What was that?
I don't know.
It's like a
He had
like
blue.
it's like a battle still suit. Like what? I'm shook. I am shook.
Fighting Sardaukar, and yeah, he opens it up with the blue eyes, which
Yeah.
and he's got blue eyes. So, is that a flash forward? Is that a dream sequence? And wait, this is spoiler alert. We're about to watch it. If you haven't read the book, we're going to talk all about it. First of all, let's start with Chani opening it up.
Right, which is unexpected, and you get to see so much of Chani, and like, oh, That was so cool. Such a cool, like, because you expect Paul and like all the cinematic stuff, but it's Chani and like the emotion on her face, the stuff that she's saying, and then it cuts to Paul, which that was so sick.
And it'll be such a good payoff, right? Because I mean, in the book, he's like, I'm seeing dreams of this woman. You kind of like see it, but you don't. Here in this format in the movie,
right,
you really can pay that off so well when he like sees her in the cave.
Right.
Like wow, I've seen you. Oh, and the Duncan. I love the extra interaction with Duncan.
Right.
Yes,
right.
Always, you know that.
I've been having dreams about a girl on Arrakis. I don't know what it means.
Dreams make good stories. But everything important happens when we're awake. Hey, you. Put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
Because like Zendaya and Jason Momoa are obviously like two of the big rock star actors. The whole cast is
the whole cast
crazy,
is
but they're like really, really popular right at this moment. So showing those extra interactions with them is like a good business move or whatever. But even like the characters, we're going to care a lot about those specific relationships. So getting that little taste of it in the trailer is like amazing. You know, Duncan being like, you put on a little muscle. Did I? No.
Nope.
Skinny little boy. I don't.
He's like 15.
Right. But like totally something that your trainer would say to you. You know what I mean? Like,
The outsiders ravage our lands in front of our eyes. Their cruelty to my people is all I've known. What's to become of our world?
I saw way more than I thought we would see. I love the raiders have come and just taken the spice.
Right.
That Harkonnen oppression is just sitting on the planet.
Yeah.
And you really feel that. And
right.
Oh my.
And like there's that one shot of people being like crucified upside down on a bunch of these like triangles that people are like hanging upside down from.
Oh my gosh.
Just to like really dig deep in that with the Harkonnen oppression, like how bad they are and how just evil and awful they are. It just makes
I loved the wide shots.
Right.
Like the planetary shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like to show scale of like what is happening over this entire planet. So much more Caladan shots, right? When they're about to leave and Duke Leto saying, yes, this is something we're going to do.
Smile, Gurney.
I am smiling.
And like, I loved that the Duke Leto interaction where he's like, Dad, what if I'm not the future of House of Atreides? And they have that like really genuine conversation and you get so much of that Atreides sincerity and like authenticity in Duke Leto's response. He's like, I don't care what you are, you're my son. And like that's the foundation of Paul understanding who he is, regardless of who he becomes. Like at the end of the day, he is Duke Leto's son. And that's true like throughout the book, regardless of how much he changes. You know what I mean?
Yes. So much goodness, so much more. You can tell that the world building was really put into place. Like there was more shots with the Fremen, right? We saw the Maker like up close and personal. Yeah. It's just you staring at. I can almost smell the cinnamon through the screen, just pouring through.
Right. Even in the trailer when it was coming out, I was screaming when it was coming out because I was feeling that anxiety of like, oh no, Shai Hulud is on the way, you know, like, can't wait to see feel that like in the movie with like the setup of tension and like all that stuff. It's going to be crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The Fremen, more Maker hooks. We have, more shots of the Baron and Piter, and
we actually saw him like floating Because in the book, he's always floating, but I pictured these like obnoxious, like buoy suspensor things like all around him, but he was actually just like free floating, which was really crazy.
It adds to that. I don't think that was in the book. I think that's definitely an added thing later. And when we watch the David Lynch movie, you'll see that the idea of that suspensor kind of like floatingness. But I kind of like it. It kind of adds this ominous. He's always over you. Yeah. Right. With his hugeness is always just you're always in his shadow.
Yeah.
And man,
we saw the ornithopters. We saw at least a better glimpse of them, which was not what I was like picturing really. I was picturing more of like a little long, like falcony looking airplane with the wings coming off the sides of it. But they really made it like a helicopter. Like there's this little capsule that you're in, and it has the dragonfly wings.
Dragonfly wings.
Yeah.
And I loved how like you have to wear like the Duncan had a helmet on when he came out, and like there's this and the race to the storm as they're like just barreling through and they're shooting rockets at them. Like, oh my gosh. And then there's this one shot. If you look at like minute 133, see what is this? It's a shot of Jessica, and it looks like she has writing all over her.
I saw what is that?
What do you think that is?
Her I have no idea. Well, is that her as like, is that her as the Freman Reverend Mother? Like, is that a part of like the tradition, like the Freman Reverend Mother tradition? There's so many spoilers in what we're saying right now.
All right.
We need to put an alert on this.
Okay. Yes. We're just going to scrub through this. I almost want to do it scene by scene at this point in time because I don't know what's happening here when I'm looking at her.
Because she has the Fremen eyes, and
she's got the stain on the lip.
Yeah, she's clearly in a sietch. Like there's nowhere on Galadan or the house in Arakeen that would look like this, you know. So
she looks awesome. I know you. And I love how they're playing up even through this whole trailer. Come with me. That relationship between Chani and Paul, like that is like feel like the core that goes through it. I love the fight scene between Gurney and Paul. That training sequence.
Was that what that was?
Yeah, that's that training sequence. Right, he's like telling how like the Harkonnens are not human and they're savages, and you've never met one, they'll kill you instantly, right? He has obviously firsthand experience with Harkonnens,
right,
being in the slave pits. But I do think it's going to pay off that Jameis fight,
right,
at the end. There's going to be that training sequence versus how he fights.
Yeah,
his name.
I really liked seeing how. Because Gurney was fighting someone at some point. I don't know if it was Paul or if it was like a bad guy or whatever. But the way he was using the shields to his advantage, right? Mm-hmm. Because the book really only talks about like the fact that you have to go slow, like have a knife go slowly through a shield. But in that sequence, you can see like he like runs up and kicks him, and the shield reacts and he falls over. So like that's just like so cool thinking they must have thought a lot about like, okay, this is how a shield operates. What would that look like in a fight sequence? How would a trained fighter use that to his advantage? Not just, you know, like the one concept of slowly sinking in the knife, you know?
Oh, okay. Let's go back to that fight sequence where Paul pops up. Yeah, they're popping up in the sand. It's an ambush.
Right.
So all the people in gold are the Fremen hidden, and they'll just pop up and attack.
Oh.
And I'm so interested to see where they end this film.
It's time.
Where is that ending point going to be?
Right. Right, because the trailer is showing a lot of stuff that we thought would not be included in the movie. Maybe it is flash forwards like prescient vision.
We need to account for that too.
Right.
And how they're going to show prescience.
Right, because that shot of Jessica, that is so cool. Maybe that's something that Paul sees for just like a split second, you know, in his like.
Yeah, if we get that tense sequence where he freaks out and he sees all these things.
Yes, exactly.
How like he knows that she's pregnant and yada 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 and
right,
all this other stuff. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Well, needless to say, I'm pumped. Could I call it now and call it Best Picture? Because we have not seen anything of this scale in a really long time. It's gonna just clean up the awards.
Right. I mean, the trailers have looked so amazing. I don't see how it could not at least get some awards, and the timing obviously is so annoying and problematic, but it's going to be an incredible movie. That's that much I know. I'm at least gonna like it. So
I don't care
gonna freak out and like be transported and just love this movie. I already know it, so I think people will like it as well, like the academies and all the you know,
all the
important
fancy people. Yeah,
right.
Us plebeians, we're gonna enjoy ourselves regardless.
Right.
And if you want to read the book, we have chapter by chapter things where we go through it, so you don't feel alone, and you can talk to your friends about Dune.
Yeah.
So, wow. I can't get over it. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it right now. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. As soon as we finish this recording, we're just gonna watch it again. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Again, check out the podcast, or all of our episodes are on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that stuff. We got a Discord that you can join and nerd out with us and a bunch of other people in our little Dune community. The link will be in the description here of this video. But
all right, friends, stay spicy.
Peace.